Prince and I hope you saw everything you wished to see during your visit.
Oh, I did indeed, Mr. Secretary. Your Highness.
And your report?
It goes to the ambassador tonight.
And it will recommend the aid our people so desperately need?
Well, the ambassador will determine the evaluation. I merely report the facts.
Including our efforts at self-help? Our new agricultural college?
Is that what it is? Looked like a concentration camp to me.
We do not need camps. Our prisons are nearly empty.
And the graveyards near your police stations are nearly full.
I am a politician, sir. We do not become angry at those with whom we disagree. I'll admit, I'm disappointed, but as we say here, glan laban, shagalaban. You win some, you lose some. Indeed, our Minister of Education, Madam Sheba, has a farewell gift for you.
Sir.
A doll of friendship.
Notice the workmanship.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it.
You've got to help us. This is a disaster. What? A week from Tuesday? That's the best you can do? Oh, well, morning, VH. Sorry, wait, listen, we have got real trouble here. Well, the same to you, Buster.
Mona, such language.
Oh, Adderly, there's been a leak.
Insecurity?
No, not that kind of leak. Look. Oh, just look at it. Ernie's gone to get more buckets. He doesn't do pipes. The plumber says he can't be here till a week from Tuesday. So what are we going to do?
Supper.
Oh, Mr. Greenspan is going to be so furious.
He's always furious.
Good morning, all. And how are we on this wonderful and splendid day?
Mr. Greenspan, I'm afraid there's been an unfortunate... Oh, gee. Look, the pipes have burst. They're flooding your office. And...
Don't apologize, Mona. It wasn't your fault.
But, Mr. Greenspan, the ISI plumber says he can't be here till a week from Tuesday.
We'll hire an outside plumber. Howbeit, if you get some more plants.
All right, Melville. Something wonderful has happened to you, which usually means that something terrible is about to happen to me.
I'm delighted to tell you, in a word, Hachunga!
Gesundheit.
Oh, thank you.
Adderly, Hachunga is...
An impoverished Caribbean country. Population 200,000. Main industry?
The point is, Adderly, that our protocol officer down there was stricken with a tropical ailment.
Oh, and you're delighted that he's sick.
VH?
I'm sorry for him, but Major Clack has agreed, at the expressed request of the ambassador, to appoint me temporary protocol officer. I'm evaluating my predecessor's report on aid to the country.
Why would the ambassador ask for you?
Obviously, he knows I can deliver the goods.
Or you have the goods on the ambassador.
You're not going to upset me, Adderly. Not today. I, of course, accepted the appointment. And I'm appointing you temporary chauffeur of the temporary protocol office.
Yippee.
We have to get going. I'm greeting the King of Hachunga at the airport with his delegation. There they are, Adderly.
Don't get so excited, Melville. You'll bust your cummerbund.
I can't help it. My first official welcoming ceremony.
You know, it would help if you took the time to read up on
Look at all of them, VH. It's an entire entourage.
I make it 5, Melville. I think that's a quintet.
Mr. Greenspan.
Welcome.
Delighted. This is His Majesty, Papa Luke. To his right is Sheba, our Minister of Education, and to his left is Princess Lucinda, and over here we have his son, Prince Bibar. And I am Secretary of State, Durrell.
Delighted to meet you. Did you have a pleasant trip?
Now, Your Majesty.
I'm delighted to be in your wonderful country.
His Majesty's a little exhausted after a long trip.
Oh, of course, Mr.
Shall we be going now?
Of course, Mr. Secretary.
For me?
Stow it in the trunk, Adderly.
Papa rides with me.
Let them sit where they like.
Now, just ahead, we have the statue of our favorite... Adderly, where are you going? You're supposed to go by my house.
Want to move your head, big guy? Let's see who's following us.
This isn't the route I planned, Mr. Secretary.
Look Linda, Papa.
Oops, we lost him.
That way. Adderly, will you turn around? Where are you taking us? Adderly, look out! Watch your front!
Biff, put Papa Luke and Lucinda in the car. Sheba.
Oh my God, it's Sheba.
I believe that concludes this morning's entertainment. Somebody want to tell me what that was all about?
Quiet, Adderly.
There are those in our country, sir, who do not want us to obtain aid from your country.
Well, if they believe they can frighten me, they've got another thing coming.
You're an inspiration to us all, Melville.
I perhaps discuss some of the more salient points of Mr. Burton's report. Not that there's anything wrong. I just wanted to attain
Howdy, Your
greater
Majesty.
understanding
Ready to be in this country.
the Haichongan people are facing, so I could present my report in the proper context. Of course,
Take care of the luggage.
They've gone, Melville. You can drop the master-servant routine.
there's a couple of things I'd like to discuss with you, Adderly. Discipline and restraint are at the top of the list. And another thing, you do not refer to a prince of a friendly country as big guy.
I couldn't remember his name. He is a big guy. Melville, if the king and the Secretary of State arrived together, which one would you salute?
The king. Oh, maybe both.
Well, the guard said howdy to the king and saluted Durrell.
Otrata otramores. That means...
It doesn't mean what you think it does, Melville, but back up a little bit. Baby Beef would scare a heavyweight champ, but he didn't scare those two guys in the pickup truck.
They backed off.
They were ready to go at Baby Beef. They backed off when they saw Sheba.
Adderly, we are not going on one of your wild goose chases. Now take me home, please.
What's in this for you, Melville?
My house, Adderly, now.
Papa? Papa, we've got to do something. Papa.
I'm delighted to be here.
No, Papa, please. They need you to get the aid, but once they've done that, they'll kill you. You know too much. Papa, we must get away.
Get away? Why would we do that? Is that you, Sheba?
No, I'm your daughter, Lucinda. Sheba's the one who has taken control of your mind. That red powder she's been giving you.
Enough. Lucinda, your last private audience with royalty is over.
Go to sleep, Papa Luke.
Princess, the only reason your presence is tolerated is that your sudden disappearance might complicate our plans.
You mean you prefer to kill him back home after you receive the aid?
I mean, if you continue to be a disturbing influence, you may die before he does. Come.
What sort of a son are you?
Sort that wants to be king.
Necroco Lindock, Papa. That's what she said when the truck started following us. I don't suppose you've learned any Haichongan in your new job, have you?
This report from our man in Hachunga is in English, Adderly. So I can't help you construct a conspiracy from a chance remark.
But why would she try and drag her father out of the limo?
Maybe she panicked.
Why would she panic if you didn't?
Are you calling me a coward?
No, Melville. I think you have a high regard for courage and use it sparingly.
Oh. In any case, I have no time to discuss your fantasies with you. I'm lunching with the ambassador. This could be the dawn of a new era for me.
New era, I was right. This aid program is going to need an administrator, isn't it? And I bet you know just the perfect candidate.
Nothing like that crossed my mind. Of course.
Mr. Greenspan, I'm just going to move some of these plants to the other room because we don't want them to drown.
Well, here. Keep this dry, too, Mona, please. Put it in my confidential file.
I'll do that. Mona, do we have a Haichongan English dictionary? On second thought, Melville, you can do it.
Do you expect me to go to the library?
Oh, I expect you to ask the ambassador what this means. Do try to remember.
Have you spoken to Debbie about your service as aid administrator, Melvin?
One serves where one is asked, Ambassador.
She'll have to move down there and live with you in the embassy annex, and she'll be giving orders to a great many servants.
Debbie's good at that.
There'll be lots of parties for you to go to.
I can live with it.
There'll be a membership in the country club. Do you ride?
You mean horses? I can learn.
A lot of the chaps play polo, you know.
Haichonga, the jewel of the Caribbean.
You know, Adderly, that is supposed to go in Mr. Greenspan's confidential file.
And it will, Mona, as soon as I've read it. So far, it seems to say all Haichonga needs is $100 million to turn it into a paradise. Well, listen to this. The enthusiasm of the students at the Agricultural Institute promises prosperity once these young people have adequate nitrates to renew the soil. Prisoners are rehabilitated through kind treatment and sympathetic consideration of the factors which led them to crime.
What are you doing? Those are my private files.
I was alphabetizing it for you.
Don't you think that I am capable?
What comes after R?
Mona, do you have a party dress?
Oh, yeah, I got the
That purple one. Debbie and I are supposed to go to a party tonight at Haichonga House. Debbie has what you have, only worse.
I thought she was never going to another fourth world party again.
So if you're up for it,
Oh, no, yeah, I'd love to.
pick you up at 8.
Wait, a protocol officer arriving at the wheel of his own car?
Are you volunteering?
No, you appointed me chauffeur.
Very well, Adderly. But chauffeurs do not enter the house, nor do they mingle with the guests.
Fine with me, I charge extra to mingle. Oh, did you ask the ambassador what Necroco Lindock means?
I did, and it's nothing sinister. In Hachongan, it means my friends.
Nothing sinister, Melville. I said we're being followed, and Lucinda said my friends to her father?
She was telling him that her friends would protect them, meaning you and me.
She said, my friend's papa, then she stopped.
Adderly, not everyone has your fine sense of grammatical construction. 7:30, please. I can hardly wait. I hear these Caribbean parties are pretty wild affairs.
Now, you have a good time, Melville. But don't forget you're a married man.
Park the car, Adderly. Around the back. And I don't want you coming inside. Understood?
Listen, Mona, it's important that you get the high cop. Darn.
What are you doing?
Oh, my earring, Mr. Greenspan. It's caught in my collar. Adderly's trying to fix it.
Oh, all right.
I want to talk to Lucinda. Get her upstairs at 9:30, okay?
Okay.
That better?
Oh, yeah. That's much better. Thanks.
Excuse me. My name's Mona Adderly.
I'm Lucinda.
It's a great pleasure to meet you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ambassador Petrie.
I am happy to tell you, tomorrow I will recommend to my government that aid be granted to Haichanga in the full amount requested.
That must be very good news for Your Majesty.
I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you. You understand he has other guests to meet, Your Majesty.
And the man really responsible for this decision, and the one who will administer the aid, Melville Greenspan.
Thank you. No croco lindo. I just want to say that I will administer aid without fear or favor.
Special security. Get the lights, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
I believe in open doors, open policy, open covenants that are arrived at openly. And I just want to add
Excuse me.
one little thing about the human spirit. It brings to mind a story about two Irishmen that I remember. I'm sure you'll find it quite funny. Did I mention to you that Pat was a parrot? Anyway, one day Mike invited Pat to the rectory to have a conversation after. They were talking about South Seas, tropical islands. I'm not really sure where, but it reminds me of the open spaces of sand and the dunes. Anyway, Mike was standing talking. As a parrot is wont to do. I'm sure you're all aware of what parrots can do. But
This is Mr. Durrell's study. And that's my room at the end of the hall.
Where is the king's room?
Here. They have moved me as far from my father's room as possible.
Now, listen, it's all right, Lucinda.
I don't have time to explain, Princess. Just tell me what's going on.
You can trust him.
I want to go downstairs and keep everybody down there.
in conclusion,
Get the other guard now!
parrots skimming over the seas of Haichanga, saying, new furniture, new curtains.
It's about time. Come with me, hurry.
Same old faces.
What's going on before I can help? Well,
They are plotting against the king.
who?
Habla español.
Sí, señora.
Oh, ich no habla español.
Just tell me what it is that's frightening you.
Deutsch. No, bitte.
I can't.
Wo ist der...
Go on.
Für Frauen, für Damen.
Right over there, plainly marked.
Plainly, but yeah, sure. Yeah, one says Plosto, the other says Jarvik. I'm supposed to stand around, see who comes out?
Please, get out of my way. Who are you talking to?
To myself. I was rehearsing a speech, thanking that nice Mr. Greenspan for helping us with DA.
You're lying. Someone's in there. Guard! Did you see anyone?
Lot of people around tonight, Mom.
Did you see anyone leave this window?
Party that good, I'm coming in too, man.
How could you stoop to such a thing? How could you do something so despicable, so completely undiplomatic, so criminal? What have you been caught? Did you ever think of that? Did you? This is outrageous. Sneaking around an embassy, rooting through the desk of an official representative. It not only casts doubt on the integrity of miscellaneous affairs, but it reflects undiplomatically on my debut as temporary protocol officer.
All right, Melville, mea culpa. Demote me even further, if that's possible.
If Clack gets word of this, he'll have you chauffeuring full-time.
Just answer me one question. Why does Gerald have a copy of the protocol report?
He doesn't.
You're right. He has the real report. The one he took from Burley. The one you're evaluating's a phony.
Excuse me, Adderly.
Mona, please. Let go! Try to keep at least part of this office dry.
Shouldn't you be at home in bed?
I need Mona here today. I'm making changes in my submission to the ambassador.
Let me run a background check on Gerald first. There's something wrong here.
There is nothing wrong.
Melville, the king behaves like a zombie, and his daughter acts like she's in mortal terror.
Maybe you shouldn't jump out at her from darkened hallways.
Maybe we should find a way of getting her away from Gerald and that witch Sheba.
Watch your language.
I said witch, Melville, with a W, as in voodoo witch. The necklace she wears of beads and shells is a symbol of a powerful sorceress.
A sorceress?
Well, you have really lost it now, VH. Voodoo sorceress? Zombie? If anybody needs me, I'll be in my office.
Mr. Greenspan,
I'll be in VH's office. Call that plumber, will you, please?
Adderly, you don't really think that Sheba's casting spells?
Not really. But I've got to find out what she's using on Papa Luke, and maybe what she's using on Burley.
Wait a second.
The ambassador called Mr. Greenspan, and Burley died in a Haichanga hospital this morning.
Wow. Looks like I'm going to have to do some research. I'll start at the museum.
Dr. Merrick?
Yes?
VH Adderly, Miscellaneous Affairs?
Is that supposed to mean something?
I wish it did. I'm government intelligence. The museum told me you were here.
Ah, you're the one interested in Indian burial grounds.
No, I'm interested in, voodoo.
Voodoo. And here I thought someone was finally going to help me save this site. Well, if you're going to ask me if voodoo really works, the answer is yes. But there's no magic to it. I mean, those charms and potions are made from very powerful drugs.
Do you know anything that causes death, possibly with the symptoms of a tropical disease?
Yeah, the pufferfish. If the liver is ground to a powder and then inhaled, knocks out the vital signs.
Could it fool a doctor?
Well, if she thought she had a fever victim, yes. The name of the drug is trotodoxin. There is an antidote, but if it's not taken within a couple of days, the victim dies.
Can you combine the two?
Of course. A combined dose of the toxin and the antidote keeps the victim in a walking coma.
And while the victim is drugged, can he be given commands?
Well, he's in a hypnotic state and open just about any suggestion.
A zombie?
Yes, but not the Walking Dead. Well, we might be better off if we were.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
Miscellaneous, excuse me, affairs. I mean, miscellaneous affairs.
Gesundheit.
Thanks, VH.
Mona, I need a couple of vials of antihistamine.
Oh, no, I can't take that stuff, VH. I mean, it just makes me go right to sleep.
It's an antidote for the spell that Sheba's been casting. Also find out what you can from Burley's autopsy, and remind ICOM of that license plate number.
Oh, yeah, that came in this morning, but you know, I was so fuzzy,
Well, why don't you give it to me and then go home?
Island Auto Body. The truck was registered at Island Auto Body. That's at 5th and Main, but I can't.
Is Melville around?
Oh, yeah, he's with the ambassador. They're pricing polo ponies.
Sorry I can't be there. Mona, go home, take some chicken soup, and get to bed.
I really should wait, you know. I mean, the plumber called. He's ready to acknowledge our existence.
And tomorrow he'll recognize us and send an emissary. The place isn't going to get any worse than it is now. Go home.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Bless you.
Oh, thanks, Peach.
Down, I'll let him go. You shoot, he stops the bullet. I'll show you some ID. Adderly, miscellaneous affairs. I was driving the car the other day. Who are you guys?
Captain Leroy of the Haichungan Palace Guard. This is Sergeant Simpson.
The Palace Guard? And why were you trying to drive the king off the road?
To save his daughter from Durrell.
But not the king.
The king is dead.
Excuse me?
Sheba and Durrell killed the king 6 months ago. That's when they took power. The night they poisoned him, they came for us too.
He doesn't look very dead to me. Neither do you.
We will be soon enough. We escaped that night. But Sheba has Papa Luke's soul captured. Now she will put a curse on us.
You don't really believe that stuff.
We have seen her power.
The king isn't dead yet, Leroy. But he might be if that aid is granted. Come with me to Major Clack. Tell him what's going on.
No. If we fight Sheba, she will take possession of our souls and make zombies of all of us.
Maybe he could help us.
No one can defy her magic, Simpson. We must wait until...
Sheba. You dare to defy my power, Leroy? You have been silent, and we've left you in peace. You were told not to interfere. Perhaps you need to be reminded of my powers. Forget the princess and save yourself.
Simpson! Help me! Simpson! Oh, God, please! Sheba! Sheba! Simpson!
Thank you very much, Mr. Durrell. I'm complimented. Yes. No, I know you're not done, sir. I'm just having some renovations done to my office. Can't you get rid of them for a few minutes?
Mr. Greenspan, they are charging us $30 an hour.
I don't care.
Well, Mr. Greenspan, they said if we bother them, they'll charge us triple time.
Blow your nose. What was that? Mr. Durrell, yes, I'm...
Melville, if you have to use my office, could you at least clean up after yourself?
See me? You mean in an official capacity? Now? I'll be right over. Thank you, Mr. Durrell.
What's that all about?
Mr. Durrell wants to extend the thanks of a grateful nation.
Probably wants to extend his line of credit.
Moni, you're coming. If this is a medal ceremony, I want pictures.
Oh, no, I can't, Mr. Greenspan. The plumbers want their coffee in 15 minutes.
Why don't I come with you?
I want this accurately recorded.
Oh, Melville, I'd love to see you get what you deserve.
Really?
Absolutely. If you move on, there's going to be a space to fill in this department. This could work out very well for both of us. Shall we take the limo?
Oh, Adderly, the autopsy report came in on Mr. Burley's lungs. He had a chemical in them called,
Prototoxin?
Yeah, and it was mixed with fluorocarbons. Isn't that like hairspray?
Yeah, it just keeps you stiffer longer.
To quote His Majesty, Mr. Greenspan, you have done more for our island than 1,000 travel agents. To be serious, he said our people could have no better friend than Melville Greenspan.
Are you getting this, Adam?
Then 1,000 travel agents. Your chauffeur is also your secretary?
Now, Mr. Greenspan likes to see that his department spends its money wisely.
If only there was some way we could adequately reward you.
It's not really necessary.
We return to Haichanga tonight. Perhaps you could accompany us. A familiarization tour before you take up your aid posting.
A tour?
Our island is very beautiful at this time of year. Palm trees, sun and surf. It would give us an excellent opportunity to discuss the money's distribution.
Sort of like a honeymoon before the marriage.
Come quickly,
Sheba? Excuse me. I'm sure it is nothing serious. I'll be right back.
What are you doing?
Shut up and watch the door.
If he sees you...
If he sees me, it's your fault. Now watch the door.
He must take his medicine.
No!
They're doing something to the king.
Just watch what they're doing and remember every detail.
You must learn to be quiet when there are guests in the house.
You've got what you wanted. We can't hurt your plans.
You couldn't be more right, dear princess. Take them upstairs and see that they cause no more trouble. I'm sorry. Papa Luke stumbled, so Lucinda was upset. Sheba is giving him some medicine.
I bet.
Now, where were we? Ah, yes, discussing your travel arrangements.
I don't think that I have to think about it.
Think about it. Of course.
Thank you very much for the offer. I will think about it, I promise. Adderly.
Thank you. Oh, Melba, one at the door. Beautiful. Thank you.
People are these, Adderly? You should have seen what they were doing in there. It was awful.
I was right. He did switch Burley's report.
Let me see.
Human rights abuses, death squads, torture, corruption. No wonder they killed him.
Killed him?
They used some kind of an aerosol to fill his lungs with a deadly toxin.
Sheba blew some red powder into the king's face just before Durrell slapped the princess.
We gotta tell Clack what's going on. Plane leaves tonight.
Where are you going?
To get someone who'll convince Clack not to let Durrell leave in the first place.
Mr. Greenspan, they fixed the leak. And guess what? They gave me the most incredible cold remedy. I mean, you just take the hot lemon and you mix it with...
Get me Clack right away.
Where's Adderly?
Never mind, it's urgent.
Oh, there's a package on your desk for you. It came just a while ago for you. Ladies' affairs. Oh, yes, sir. One moment, please. Mr. Greenspan? Are you in there, Mr. Greenspan? Mr. Greenspan, sir? Mr. Greenspan, that's Major Clack on the phone for you. He's holding. He's holding for you.
No! You don't understand, Adderly.
If that plane takes off, the king and Lucinda are dead.
And if I stop them, I am dead. Nobody can get to Durrell while Sheba is by his side.
She doesn't have any magic powers.
She almost killed Leroy yesterday.
With what? This?
Where did you get that?
A witch finds a devil doll missing. She sends fire to consume it. He will die too.
It's straw and burlap. What could she do with this to hurt you?
It is my captured soul. Whatever is done to it is done to me.
Tell me.
Oh, Mr. Greenspan, the Major said that... Mr. Greenspan, are you all right? Miss Ladies' Affairs.
This is Mr. Durrell. Is Mr. Greenspan there?
Well, Mr. Durrell, I don't think he's feeling very well.
Let me speak with him.
Okay, Mr. Greenspan? It's Mr. Durrell. It's Mr. Durrell.
Listen to what I have to say, Greenspan. Say hello, Greenspan.
Hello, Greenspan.
I can see you will cause us no trouble at all.
No trouble at all.
Come to the airport tonight, the same place you picked us up. We are going to Haichanga together. Do you understand?
The airport.
Good. Tell the ambassador you're going. Be at the airport tonight. Goodbye.
Goodbye. The airport.
Yeah, Mr. Greenspan, perhaps I'd better drive, okay?
Get the car. I'll call the ambassador.
The airport. Here we go. What's going on?
Tell me. She stuck a pin in his stomach. Pain almost killed him.
Did she give you anything to eat? Did she touch you? Leroy.
She touched his neck.
Did she leave a mark? She planted something under your skin and waited for it to work. Sheba's only power is the power of suggestion. Are you feeling any pain now? You should be. Shall we go?
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Greenspan can't go with me. He doesn't have any luggage, and his wife Debbie doesn't even know.
He can call her from Haichunga. We'll provide him with both a telephone and a toothbrush.
No, but we see, he's not really feeling very
Nothing
well.
a paradise vacation won't cure. The luggage is on board.
Paradise?
We'll escort our guest from here. It has been a pleasure.
Stop right there, Durrell. I'm afraid your flight has been canceled.
You can't defy the powers of Yoruba.
You have no more power, Sheba. Your reign has ended.
That goes for you too, Durrell. Go, get them beef.
Go with me.
Get the king and Lucinda out of here.
Where are you going?
I got a plane to catch. Hurry, it's from the entrance! Get him moving! Get us out of here! Give us something to keep her quiet.
Feel the power of Yoruba.
Welcome to Air Haichunga's one-hop non-stop flight to the island of your dreams.
Get him, beef! Sorry, folks. Cockpit's off limits to passengers. Get him! Stop this plane now! Lady, if you can't get your friends to settle down, I'm not taking this heap anywhere.
I'm sure you found it funny, but you can't expect me to believe it.
Mr. Greenspan, I swear you were walking into walls.
Mona, I expect Adderly to invent something like this, not you.
Well, let's put this down to stress, Melville. You had a lot on your plate. Head of miscellaneous affairs, temporary protocol officer.
Not to mention the pipes.
The pipes.
Yes, no one can be expected to carry that kind of load without being distracted every now and again. Adderly, I want a full report this evening.
Why do I get the impression that yours is the only evaluation the clack will see?
By this evening. I'm concentrating on this department for now, and I want it running trouble-free.
When are you leaving?
I'll be in my office all day, Mona. I'll be in Adderly's office.
Not if you take your candy.
Oh, Adderly. I know he's a pain, but I'm glad he's not leaving.
Yeah, he did try to do the right thing in the end. And with Papa Luke back in control and the aid money going to do what it's supposed to. But in case this success goes to his head, why don't you keep this handy?